So after a thumping victory by India in Guwahati in the first one-day international, both the teams travelled to the Eden Gardens to play the second one-day international in Kolkata. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this time, Sri Lankan skipper Dasun Shanaka won the toss and he decided to bat first on that Eden Gardens cricket. Sri Lanka were without the services of Pathum Nishanka as he was injured in the first ODI. So it was the debutant Fernando who was batting with Avishka Fernando for the opening slot. So Sri Lanka started quite cautiously, but then the first wicket fell at just 29 runs on the board. Then for the second wicket it was Kushal Mendis who joined hands with Nuanilu Fernando and they stitched a brilliant partnership of 73 runs that led the recovery for Sri Lanka. But after that it was KULDEEP Yadav who was back into the Indian team as Yuzvendra Chahal was injured and KULDEEP Yadav struck during the initial part of his spell. And Sri Lanka were rocked again. Nuanilu Fernando was playing really well and he scored a debut half century, but then Shubman Gill effected a brilliant run out and that would cut short his stay at the crease. And after that, wickets kept on falling during the middle phase as the Indian bowlers started tightening up the screws. KULDEEP Yadav once again played really well in his comeback ODI game, picking up 3 wickets for just 51 runs. And Umran Malik, as usual with his fiery pace, he picked up 2 wickets and that did not help Sri Lanka to build up a competitive total. It was at the later stages when Wanindu Hasaranga, he took on the Indian bowlers, but again he went out after scoring just 21 runs. Velalage scored brilliantly and he put on 32 runs on the board along with Chamika Karunaratne, and eventually Sri Lanka folded for just 215 runs on the board and they had still more than 10 overs to bat, but then it was all over for Sri Lanka as they were bowled out in just 40 overs. So chasing a modest total of just 216 runs, the Indian openers Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill needed to start off well. But then the Sri Lankan bowlers, they bowled really well up front and did not let India get off to a fly. India were suddenly reduced to 89-4 as their top order went back to the pavilion without contributing much. Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli and Shreyas Iyer all went back to the pavilion and it seemed to be a difficult total on a tricky Eden Garden pitch. The Sri Lankan spinners started tightening up the screws in the middle overs, but then Hardik Pandya joined hands with the wicketkeeper KL and they started steadying the ship. KL started playing cautiously in the middle overs and he took on the bowlers when there was any loose deliveries. Both Hardik Pandya and KL stitched a brilliant partnership of 75 runs that helped India get back into the run chase. Hardik Pandya went out in the run of play, but KL continued to anchor the innings as he held one end up and eventually scored a majestic knock of 64 runs that helped India cross over the finish line successfully. So as a result, India had scored 219 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. So let's take a look at the scorecard. And so once again, KULDEEP Yadav, he took away the Player of the Match award in his comeback ODI, picking up 3 wickets for 51 runs in his quota of 10 overs. And so with this, India takes an unassailable lead of 2-0 in the 3-match ODI series, and we have the 3rd match to be played at the Trivandrum where both the teams will be playing as they lead up to this World Cup this year. So I'll be back with all the updates for the 3rd one-day international. So stay tuned to my channel and do not forget to subscribe if you are into this for the first time. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching.